Hello my colleagues, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be discussing mutual funds and how to make money investing in them. By the end of this video, you should be able to have a proper understanding of what mutual funds are all about, the best mutual funds we have in Nigeria, and how to go about investing in mutual funds. If you are someone interested in business and finance, do me a favor by smashing the like button and subscribing to the YouTube channel. There is also a link in the description that you can use to join my email newsletter where I do breakdowns and share exclusive business and investment opportunities right here in Nigeria and Africa as a whole. In every newsletter I drop a link to join my private investment community where you can meet like-minded investors like yourself. And without much talk, let's jump right into today's video. Let's go. So what are mutual funds? Mutual funds are investment vehicles that pool money from many investors to invest in a diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, or other securities. Here is a clear and simple explanation for you. I want you to think of mutual funds like a big basket where a lot of people put in money into. This pooled money is then used to buy a wide range of different investments. The money in the mutual fund is managed by a professional fund manager. These experts decide which stocks, bonds, or other securities to buy and sell, aiming to grow the money in this basket or generate income for the investors who put their money in the basket. By investing in a mutual fund, you are buying into a mix of different investments. This diversification helps you to spread your risk. If one investment doesn't perform well, others in the fund might do better, helping you to balance things out. You see, mutual funds come in different flavors, or you can say types. But for this video, we'll focus on the 4 major types of funds we have out there. The first type of fund we have is the equity fund. This is a high risk, high reward type of mutual funds, and they mainly invest in stocks. The value of your investments can fluctuate significantly based on the stock price performance of the company that your equity mutual fund invested into. For people who invest in equity mutual funds, their objective is usually long-term capital growth and are willing to accept market fluctuations. So if you are not patient enough, then this type of mutual fund is not for you. Next, we have the bond mutual funds. This is a low risk, low return type of mutual fund, and they mainly invest in debt securities like bonds and government securities. When you hear the word bonds and government securities, it means this type of mutual fund focuses more on giving loans to governments and big corporations. Bond mutual funds are generally considered safer than equity funds, and people who invest in this type of bonds are looking for a steady income with lower risk type of investment opportunity. The third mutual fund we have is the hybrid mutual fund. This mutual fund is a mix of equity mutual funds and bond mutual funds. It offers a blend of growth and income potential. Now, inside the hybrid mutual fund, we have conservative hybrid funds. These funds invest more money into debt and bonds than equity. And then we have the aggressive hybrid funds, which gives higher allocation to equity than to bonds. People who invest in hybrid funds want a balance between growth and income. They are usually looking for moderate risk with moderate returns. Finally, we have the money market funds. This type of mutual funds invest in short-term debt instruments like treasury bills and certificates of deposit. People who invest money in money market funds, their main goal is to keep their initial investment, aka initial capital, safe and avoid losing any money. They want to be able to access their capital very, very quickly in case they needed to maybe do business or execute a particular task. Now that you have an understanding of the various types of mutual funds out there, you must take a look at some of the risk involved in investing in mutual funds before we then proceed in talking about how to go about investing in mutual funds right here in Nigeria. The first risk involved in mutual fund is market risk. This risk has to do with the fact that the overall market will decline, causing the value of your mutual fund to decrease. The next risk is credit risk. This is a major risk for bond mutual funds because it involves the fact that a company or a government will or might default on its debt, affecting the fund's value. The third risk you will likely face is interest risk. This is another major risk for bond mutual funds. This is the risk that changes in interest rates will impact the value of your investment. You see, when interest rates rise, the value of existing bonds tends to fall. Finally, a major risk faced by mutual funds is inflation risk. This is the risk that the purchasing power of your money will decrease over time due to inflation. You see, while mutual funds aim to generate returns, they might not always outpace inflation. Example we have is with the inflation rate in Nigeria. It is difficult to find any mutual fund that outperform inflation. So people who invest in mutual funds in Nigeria are no longer necessarily looking to outperform inflation, but to hedge against inflation to an extent. Now, moving over to the best mutual funds we have in Nigeria. You see, according to the Securities Exchange Commission, mutual funds in Nigeria printed an average of 19% return in 2023. Further analysis by them showed that equity-based funds recorded the highest return with an average of 49.6% compared to other mutual funds. So you can see that mutual funds offer good returns. Now, jumping into the best mutual funds we have in Nigeria to invest. As number one, we have Value Alliance Value Fund. This particular fund is managed by Value Alliance Asset Management Limited and averaged a return of around 83% in 2023. Now, aside from the returns these guys brought in 2023, one of the reasons I came to like these guys is because of how transparent they are with their returns. Unlike many mutual funds in Nigeria that are not really transparent. If you go to Value Alliance website, you can see the historical performance of their fund. You see when they made money and when they lost money. Really big kudos to them for being this transparent. By the way, Value Alliance is a hybrid fund, meaning it is a mix of equity fund and funds. Next up, we have Stanbic IBTC Conservative Fund, which is a bond type of mutual fund. Stanbic IBTC Conservative Fund is managed by Stanbic IBTC Asset Management Limited and averaged 24.6% in 2023. Thirdly, we have Future View Equity Fund, which is managed by Future View Management Limited. This particular mutual fund focuses more on investing in the stock market and returned 86.02% in 2023 to investors. Finally, we have the Nova Dollar Fixed Income Fund. This particular mutual fund is managed by Novambi Asset Management and returned 19.69% in 2023. If you are looking for a USD-based investment that offers reliable income, then this is the type of mutual fund you should be looking for. Now, jumping into how to invest in mutual funds from Nigeria. The first step you want to take is to download the CowryWise application. CowryWise allows you to invest in a variety of well-vetted mutual funds in Nigeria. You just have to choose how risk tolerant you are. I will leave a link in the description and comment section that you can use to download the CowryWise application. Once you have downloaded the app, you want to then proceed in signing up and then doing your KYC. You can actually click on the link above to go watch a video where I walk you through how to use the CowryWise app. Hopefully, by the time you are watching this particular video, that video on CowryWise might have been dropped. So once you have done your KYC and all that, you'll be welcome to this page actually. So we want to invest in mutual funds. So we click on this place that says invest my money. Click on it. Then you can see they have Naira mutual funds, they have USD mutual funds. So depending on your investment goals, if you're looking at hedging against the Naira devaluation, then you want to go for the USD mutual funds. But if you're also looking at preserving your Naira, you don't want to go through the hassle of converting to dollar and all that, just go for the Naira mutual fund. So you click on it. Click on the Naira mutual fund. So you click on. You can even see CowryWise went the extra mile to explain what Naira mutual funds are. They say own a mix of Nigerian stocks, bonds, treasury bills, and other financial instruments. So you click on the one that says invest in Naira mutual funds. Then you see the place that says manage portfolio, individual mutual funds. So they say do this one that says individual mutual fund is like, you choose the mutual fund you want to invest in by yourself. Then this place that says managed portfolios, like these are the ones they have created. It's managed, like, you understand, it's managed. It's not you that is selecting, right? So you click on the one that says individual mutual fund. I prefer to choose myself, and then when you click on it, you see the different mutual funds depending on your risk. So you select, you choose the one, you select the mutual fund according to your risk profile. You can see they have actually categorized it for you. They have the conservative, they have the moderate, and then they have the aggressive. So conservative is if you're not like the risky type of person, you want to go for conservative. If you're looking for moderate, a little bit aggressive, but not necessarily too much aggressive, you go for moderate. And then if you really want to do like, aggressive, you can go for this aggressive one. You can see the returns is much more higher. Actually, moderate is much lower than conservative. It's, just low risk. It's not that much. And you can see it's based off the return. So let's go for aggressive. So you click on the ARM ethical fund. Or let's just scroll through and see what they have here. Okay, United Capital, nice. So you can click on it and just see the different ones they have. So let's go for the ARM. ARM has a higher return. I prefer to go for this growth fund. Yeah, so I click on the growth fund. Then you now click on putting the amount of money you want to invest in the mutual fund. But before that, you should have funded your CowryWise account with the amount of money you want to invest in mutual fund. So let's say you want to put in 50,000 naira. So you can put 50,000 naira. Click on the place that says invest now, and then you can now see that they actually pay dividend, and they now have this place that says reinvest my dividend. So if you want them to reinvest the dividend you're going to make, you toggle this button, you leave it this blue color, like toggle it on. But if you want them not to reinvest it, you should give it to you put it off. So I put it off. Yes, turn it off, and then you now choose your payment method. You can decide to invest by using bank transfer. So let's say bank transfer. So you put in pay, and then it's going to bring out a page where you need to now transfer money to a Sterling bank account, with the amount 50,250 in the next 60 minutes. And you can see the countdown has started. So once you make your payment, you can now click on this place that says I have paid, and then the money is going to successfully be credited to your CowryWise and then successfully invested for you in this mutual fund. If you don't want to invest in the Naira mutual funds, you can still follow the same process in investing in the USD based mutual funds. As you might have noticed, some of the mutual funds mentioned in this video might not be available on CowryWise. So to invest in them, you might have to visit their various websites on Google and then email their support, and then they will take it up from there. If you found this video interesting, I have another video where I walk you through how to invest in the S&P 500. Do well to smash the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and don't forget to join my email newsletter and get the investment handbook. And see you on the next one. Deal.